Good morning, heartache. Here we go again. Seemed I met you when my love went away. I tossed and turned and hanging with you. Good morning, heartache. What's new? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow, I probably ain't got no friends out there no more. But anyway, we're not going to put that into the atmosphere. I got lots of friends out there. They're concerned about me. I'm happy to see them, and they're happy to see and hear me. That's what we're going to put out there in the universe this morning. Let me first start by saying thank you to everybody that has been watching my lives. I appreciate you guys so much. Can I just say I miss you guys too? I really, really missed you guys. Shout out to everybody that has shared me out and thumbs me up. I appreciate you guys. You are never, ever taken for granted over here. I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. I hope everybody is having a blessed morning so far. I am. It feels good to wake up and see the sun shining and the leaves on the trees and all of that great stuff. It feels real, real good. And I just hope and pray. And I've already prayed for you that God bless y'all with a beautiful day. Once a day, whether you're going to work, school, out to play, just going out shopping, window shopping, whatever you going out to do, I pray that God bless you on today. Shout out to those of you that has been supporting my channel. Even in my absence, you supported me. Even in my absence, you said, hey, where you at? We concerned about you. We miss you. Come back. Is you all right? Okay, now. Shout out to y'all. Hey, River Flow, good morning, and thank you for my roses this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see they got something new on here. They got a dollar sign. I don't know what the dollar sign mean, but okay. At least I can see the whole thing. Good morning, 3000. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for my roses this morning. I appreciate you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Shout out to all of you who thumbs me up and share me out. Just know I pray a special prayer for you every morning. I pray and I ask God to, hey, Shauna, good morning. I seen your message, boo. I'm great. Thank you for being concerned about me. Thank you for thinking of me. You could have been thinking of anybody else, or perhaps you could have kept it to yourself, but you decided to share it with me and let me know that I had crossed your mind. Thank you. Good morning, Nisi. Good morning. Shout out to you who thumbs me up and share me out. Let me just say, I ask God every morning to bless you, okay, to do something real special for you. Okay, I ask God to work it out in your favor. As long as it's not against me. So if you believe, I believe. He said we're 2 or 3. There we go. I'm still blocked. I'm trying to support everybody. Okay, SMR Breeze 1. Okay, who are you? What's your other account then? Yes, I was worried. Oh, that little bit we got into his life and we talking about it. Yes. Hey, Stitch girl, what's up, baby? Yes, yeah. Summer Breeze, okay. Okay, Summer Breeze, I'm gonna go in and make sure. Thank you for dropping down and let me know. I tried hard to make sure I went in and straighten everybody out, but thank you. Yeah, the ones of you, Brianna. Hey, Nisi Pooh, I missed you too. Well, I give everybody Summer Breeze a mod stick over here so that what happened won't happen again. So I hope that's all right with you. Where have I been? I'm gonna get ready to talk about it, y'all. It's been a lot going on. It's been a lot. It's been a lot going on, y'all. And I'm gonna be real transparent and real honest with y'all. You know, I wanted to come on here and just tell y'all the fun stuff. But you know what? I said, you know what, Krista, you gotta be real. You gotta be real with the people. It ain't gonna seem right. You're not gonna be able to tell the story right if you don't be real with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be real, really real with you guys. Hey, Dreamy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Shout out to all my old subbies. What's up? You always keep it 100. Yeah, I do. And that's why I said, nah, I got to come on here and tell the people the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to make sure I was in that headspace. I know I had said I was going to come back on Saturday, but I wanted to make sure I was in the right headspace to come out here and talk about it. You know, good to hear you, Krista. Good morning. Good morning. Sade Adams. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just happy to hear your voice. Thank you. I'm happy. I'm happy to see y'all talking to me. Y'all, it's been a lot. Good morning, Black Pearl. Good morning. I have always supported you since day one, and I'm blocked. I am unsub something not in. Okay, I couldn't see everything, but you said something about you've been supporting me. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I really, really, really do. Let me also just say shout out to all my old subbies. I love y'all. Thank y'all for everything. Okay. Thank y'all for just being there for me. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to all the new subbies. What's up? You know, some of y'all that left. I went over to my what you call it. It said you know, every month they go month to month to tell you if you've added some subscribers or some subscribers have left. And for some reason, I don't know how to really read it, but I think it go month to month. And it said 19 people had left. I was like, oh boy, that's not good. Y'all come back. I'm sorry. Y'all come back. Let's see. Oh no, Summer Breeze. I'm gonna delete your comment. That's not true that Brianna did that, honey. And that was something that happened with on my channel that had nothing to do with Bree. So I'm not deleting you. I just deleted your comment. Summer Breeze, remember everyone was black. Okay, yeah, to unblock every right. Yeah, no, we don't. That's not true, bro. Summer, come on now. She will get okay. Yeah, thank you guys. I couldn't read part of what she had there because it's like a dollar sign or something they got right there. So thank you guys for Shauna and Stitch Girl that yeah, to let her know. No, that's not true. Um so shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate you so much. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning. Good morning. So, okay. So let me just tell you guys what's been going on. I know y'all getting ready. She loves you. Okay. Well, I don't like no trouble. We don't do the, So I just try to keep it, you know. So let me tell you guys what's been going on. Um, Leading up towards Mother's Day, um, Mother's Day is still hard for me. Um, now Bree ain't been blocking nobody. Mother's Day is usually kind of hard for me, y'all. I'm trying to yeah, she here, Shauna. Yeah, she's probably getting ready for work too. Um Mother's Day, is usually kind of hard this time of the year period, because it's, my two younger brothers' birthday time. It's also Mother's Day and Father's Day, my mother and my father's birthdays, and it's just like it's always like the constant reminder. It's hard for you too? Yeah. Yeah. Right, Sean. I know you was, but so it's usually kind of tough for me. Now I find that like if I kind of like keep myself busy or if I don't know, it's just certain years to me when I think back, I can make it through and I do okay. And then there's years that I don't. I don't do all right. So leading up towards Mother's Day, um, had a lot of little things going on in the family that we're preparing for. We got a 2025 graduate. Um, we got a recite. What do they call that? Is that the recital for the little ballerinas and stuff? We got that coming up. Little things, that we got going on, and I got Mr. Curry. He's still around and hanging in there and stuff. Thank you. Bless your hearts. um, so it's like a lot of little things that like positive things that I figured, I could focus more on that and not think so much about um thank you, Shauna. Not think about what's coming, Mother's Day and stuff like that. Not think so hard about my mom or just think of her in a good way and be okay with it that way. And to me, I thought I was doing all right. I thought I was doing good. And then I started feeling not not so good. And I said, "Oh boy." To myself, I said, I know this feeling, you know. I said, I know this feeling. I got to get past this. I got to get past this. And the more I was saying, I got to get past this, I got to get past this, I found myself going more into the feeling of where I was with things. I had gotten to the place where instead of getting up and, you know, sometime going in the living room, just sitting and looking out the window and if I'm not going anywhere, turning a little music on or even going in there at night and turning on the fireplace, sipping on my tea or whatever, or water or whatever I might be drinking, or hell, nothing. Um, I would go in there and I wouldn't want the lights on. I wouldn't want the fireplace on. I would just go in there and sit in the living room in the dark and just sit in the chair. And I found myself thinking, and I was trying to like, okay, come on, Krista, push past this. You got to push past this. Come on now, shake this thing off. And then Mr. Curry, he would call, and like I said, we'd be on FaceTime a lot. And I didn't want him asking me like what's wrong, because I was afraid like if he asked me what's wrong, I'm gonna break down, And I didn't want to do that. So I had told him a couple of times. I said, "Do you mind if we just talk on the phone and not the FaceTime?" And I did not realize when I said it to him, he said I said it kind of snappy. So he was like, "Oh, am I like getting on your nerves? Am I, like taking up too much of your personal time?" And then I had to really think about it. I said, "Well, damn, he is taking up a lot of my personal time." So, hey, Muffy, good morning, good morning. My time, my me time. And so I told him, I said, "Well, I said you are taking up a lot of my time. Now I don't mind sharing some of my time." I said, "But you're taking up a lot of my time." And so he backed off a little bit. And it was something in me that said, "Okay, that's satisfying. Good." But at the same time, I still felt that feeling that I felt when my mom was leaving, you know? And I couldn't push past it, y'all. I couldn't. I tried. My niece and them, they was texting me, "Auntie, what you think about us doing this? Auntie, what you think about us doing that? Auntie, we want to do this. Okay, in June, we gonna do this. This one, I'm gonna come stay with you, Auntie. We gonna do this and that, and we gonna, you know, making the plans for Mr. Curry when he get here for Father's Day. They just, and I'm all while they doing this, I was like, "Okay, y'all, okay, okay, got you." You know, but inside, y'all, I was like not doing well. And so I had noticed that I couldn't eat. I would go all day and I couldn't eat. I was all right that I didn't eat, and I always say to myself, thank you, sis, thank you. And I always say to myself, "Well, shit, big bag, you got enough fat on you. You all right, you know." And so I was like, "Well, maybe I just don't want to eat a lot. Maybe I just don't want to eat nothing. It's okay, you know." But then it was a couple of times I had to think back. I said, "Well, damn, you didn't eat all day. And you all right with it?" Mm-mm. Y'all, I had gotten so sick. I hadn't eaten for what was it? It was almost 3 days. And I had gotten weak. My niece had came over to pick me up. She had wanted me to go ride somewhere with her so that she could, get off at the place and then, me just go and park the, car and come back and pick her up. Because where she was going, there was nowhere to park. You would have to pay for parking, then walk back and forth to the meter. Who getting ready to do that? She didn't know how long she was going to be in the spot. Good morning, Kim. Good morning. And she came to my house, y'all. Why, when she got here, normally, like if I know we got something to do, they know I be up, ready, hell, be out there sitting on the porch waiting on them. Okay. Or if I got to pick them up, I'm there early. I'm that type of person. I'm gonna be there early. Okay, just in case something happened, just in case, traffic get a little stalled, we can still get to where we're going on time. I'm one of them. And when my niece came, she said, "Auntie," she came inside the house. She used her key. She came in. She's like, "You in the bed?" I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" I said, "Oh my gosh." She's like, "Auntie, I was out there waiting on you." And then she says, "So something told me to go in the house." She said, "I've been calling your phone." Y'all, I had turned the phone off because I didn't want Mr. calling and waking me up and stuff. And when I went to get up, y'all, I was so fucking weak. I was so weak. Because I had told my niece, I said, "Well, wait a minute, baby, don't hold on. Let me just go ahead, and I always take me a bath at night, take a shower at night." So I told her, I said, "Let me hit the the main spots, and I'll just throw on something and we get up in the car and go." Y'all, I went to get up and thank God my niece was here. She's like, "Auntie, is you okay?" She was like, "Look at your eyes and stuff." And so I had begun to tell her, I feel kind of weak. I don't feel, you know. And so I called my doctor, okay. And she was like, well, come on in. If you're going to be out, I got a opening or whatever. And so when I got there, she was like, Krista, I need to talk to you, you know. And she just began to ask me, she said, is it the depression from your mom? Yeah, I'm better, Kim. I am. I'm doing much better. Hey, Montrese, good morning. She was able to see it right away. She's like, is it the depression from your mom? And I said, it is. I said, I've been trying to shake it and I can't. Y'all, I had gotten to the place I could not eat. And the bigger you are, when it comes to losing weight, you lose weight a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? So I was telling my niece, I was like, well, damn, how much did I lose not eating all that time or eating less? Y'all, when I tell y'all, I could not, I could not eat. My stomach, I would try to eat something. Everything would come up. I had to really, really work on me. I had to really, really work on getting myself back together and not, the depression had it took over and I could not do anything about it. I was literally doing like I did when my mom was passing. I had just no appetite. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to, the sign of food, anything just made me, give me some water just because. And then when I would drink like tea or anything, which I don't put a lot of sugar in my tea and stuff anyway, but I would definitely no sugar, no nothing. I'm just sipping on me a little bit of tea and water. And that's what I was doing. And I didn't realize I was making myself even more sick. You got them stomach acids and all of that shit going on. You got to feed that stuff. So I stopped taking my pills and my medicines because that mixing with what was going on, y'all, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. Um, then Corey's aunt, she hasn't been feeling good. She's been having problems. Her shoulders is good. Her arms is good from where she had the surgery with her shoulders and stuff. Both of those are good. Um, but now her legs been bothering her real bad. So her granddaughter had called and said that they were all going to be going out of town, and they was, of course, she was going to be going with them. But what's going on? She's not going to be able to go. So she had wanted to know if I would be, if I could come, and the one aide, was going to be there. If I could come and stay a couple of days with her, with Auntie, just in case she needs some help in the middle of the night because her grandmother been falling. And I told her, I said, okay. Y'all, I had forgot even about that. So I did go over there. While I was over there, I was okay, but I wasn't quite myself. Thank God that I kind of just came at night and I would go in there and just, hey, Auntie, you all right? She would already be in bed and stuff. And so I would say a couple of words to her. And the other age, because she got like a futon and she got the couch. That's the only thing you can sleep on. So the other age, she a small lady. So she was like, well, I'll sleep on the futon. I said, well, good. I'll just sleep on the couch because that futon, child, I tried to get on that thing and get up in the middle of the night. It was a problem. It was a problem in aisle 9. And so I'm not a big fan of no futon. I'm just not. So I stayed over there and I would make sure in the morning that I just got up and got out of there. I didn't want to communicate. I didn't want to, you need help. yourself. However, sometimes pouring into others is healing. Yep. Yeah. hmm I would get up. I would get out of there early in the morning. I would say, "Okay, Auntie, I'm gonna call you. I'll talk to you later." And that last day, she was like, "Krista, wait a minute." She said, "What's wrong? What's going on? There is you not?" She's like, "You don't look good. Your eyes, you know." And I just told her, I said, "Auntie, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a real hard time this year for some reason." Good morning, paid in something, Dad. I said, "I'm just having a real hard time this year, and I'm trying to push past it." So she was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna ask no more questions." She's like, "Okay, talk to you later." I said, "Okay, Auntie, thank you." Y'all, I would come home, take a shower, crawl up in my bed, and I would just sleep. I could not wake up. I would just sleep and sleep and sleep. I had called Mr. Curry, I talked to him. Now he was like, kind of like feeling, a little bit like he was in the way and different things. But I began to explain to him what was going on. And I told him, I said, I do go through this from time to time. I do go through this depression like this from time to time. And sometimes it's real bad. Sometimes I try to do everything to try to fight it. And sometimes it just takes over and it's nothing I can do. It just I have to kind of like let it run its course. Some guy named Classic Light said that you guys are dating. Is it true? Classic is my brother. Hey, no pressure. Hey, hey, hey. So I had begun to explain that to him. And I told him, I said, "Can I be honest with you?" I said, "Do you think that that's something that you'll be able to handle?" Because everybody can't handle everybody when they go through depression, or sometimes it can trigger something in them. So I told him, I said, "It's a good time that this happened. Although I think it's a bad time, I also think it's a good time that this has happened before we meet because, this is how I be. I be wanting to get by myself. I don't want to see no lights and stuff." And I know y'all tease me about always being in the dark. My family teased me about that too, y'all. But y'all, it was really in the dark. I didn't want the night lights plugged in. I ain't want nothing. I didn't turn my candles on. Nothing. Nothing. I wanted to sleep all day while the sun was up. Let me sleep all day. Good. I slept all day. Yay me. Hey, Lady Snoop TV. Good morning. And he began to talk to me, and he said, "I'm not sure." He said, "I never really dealt with anybody who went through, we all have problems. We all have situations and stuff." He said, "But I never really dealt with anybody with real bad depression." He says, "So um, I'm willing to see where I can be to maybe be a hand or offer some words of encouragement or something." And it was a part of me, y'all, that said, "Damn, just go the fuck away." And I knew that was that fucking depression. Hey, ODS. Thought about you yesterday. Glad to see you. I am ODS. Just going through that depression had me real bad, nephew, real bad. Miss you too, Lady Snoop TV. And so and thanks for thinking of me, ODS. And I told him, I said, "Okay, I was all right with that, but y'all, I couldn't push past it. I couldn't. And so my one niece, she was like, well, Auntie, why don't you go on YouTube and do your YouTube? That usually cheer you up and, get you laughing and stuff, talking to your people and everything. Hey, right to be told. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful. And I told her, I said, not right now. I said, I can't. I said, because I don't want to bring that to YouTube. You know, um, right now I said, I'm not being me. I can't do that, you know. And it took me a while, y'all, and I'm still fighting through it right now. I wanted to come on Saturday and talk to y'all and just be honest with y'all about the depression and stuff I'm going through right now. Um, or I just wanted to find like the funny thing. I said I'll just do like a little 10-minute video and let them know how I talked to him about, are you ready to deal with a woman with depression? I was going to bring it to y'all in a joking way, and then I was going to let it go and just go back into my little world, into this thing, pass up off of me. And I was so busy. I was crying, y'all. I couldn't stop crying. I started feeling sick again. I it was too much. It was just too much, y'all. And then I said, well, I'll come back on Monday. And I went in and I tried to watch some of y'all videos, and I I would remember like where I was with some of y'all and laughing and talking with some of y'all. And I was like, that started making me cry, because I was like, why I can't push past and just go back and start doing this again. And, you know, so I said, okay, come up out of this. JC, my husband, battles depression really bad. Oh, he do? Okay. Depression is a beast. Yes, it is. It is a beast. It's evil. I 100 understand. It has taken a toll on my husband. Yes, Kim. And that's another reason I wanted to be honest with him about that, because as as well as I am with my family, when I go through my depression, it's hard on my family. You know what I'm saying? They're used to me being upbeat. They're used to me being a certain way. No different than you guys are used to me being a certain way. And I try to push and make myself, y'all, but sometimes I can't. I cannot, I can't push. I can't. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to let him know that, because everybody can't handle that. Thank God that you're a strong woman to be there for your husband. Because, like you said, it's a beast. It's really something to deal with. And then even yesterday, I said I was going to come through and talk to y'all. And yesterday, I just wasn't. I was doing better, but not really. Okay. No different than today. I'm doing better than I did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I am happy that I pushed myself this morning to get up and just come in here and talk to y'all. Y'all, I even ate a little piece of cake. When I tell y'all, what's the name of this store? Uh, okay, Walmart. Walmart had they got these little square pieces of cake. Y'all, I bought that little square piece of cake. Damn, I don't know how many days ago. When I tell y'all, it has taken me every bit of when did I buy this? child, I don't even know how long it's been. But when I tell y'all, it has taken me almost 2, 3 days, 4 days. What was it when I got that cake? Child, probably about 3 or 4 days ago. It has taken me to eat a piece of damn cake. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? But I had been wanting a piece of cake. And so I had told my niece when we was out, I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to get a piece of cake from Walmart. And I said, and I'm going to get one of their rotisserie chickens and maybe a scoop of mashed potatoes. I'm not a big potato fan. I said, but I'm going to get a scoop of their mashed potatoes, and, I'll find a way to already have something in the house that I can kind of heat up or make a chicken sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if my appetite come, because I had gotten, it's like when I can eat, it's like I gotta hurry up and eat then, because if I don't hurry up and eat right then my appetite gonna be gone. If I try to eat something, it's gonna come back up. So I gotta have it right there, right on hand, you know. Other than that, no food, because it ain't what's gonna come after ain't gonna be nice. That's so true. Many people can't handle it. My husband was 17 when he started battling depression. Wow, okay. He will be 58 next month. It's hard, and you have no control over it. Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, Kim. Yeah. And so I'm telling y'all I'm being as honest as possible with you guys. I am going through depression right now, guys. And I'm trying to be me. I'm trying to be me. I'm trying to be just Krista, y'all. I'm trying to be that happy spirit. I don't want to make y'all down. I don't want to make y'all feel down. I had even said, you know what, why don't you just come back next week? Just put up a post and tell them, you're going through a little something right now. And why don't you come back next week? And that's what I was going to do this morning. And then I said, you know what? Nope. Eat the rest of the other little piece of your cake. Drink some water. Don't even drink your tea. Just drink you some water. Burn you a candle. I got my candle burning too. And come on and talk to your people. And be true with them. They'll understand. So I hope y'all understand. I'm not going to keep y'all long. Um, just know I'm all right. I'm getting better, y'all. But I'm really dealing with my depression right now. You're going to be okay. Thank you, Kim. Stay strong. I will. I will. I will. Um, I don't want to keep y'all long. Okay. But I wanted to come in and do a video um, to let y'all know I'm okay. Each day is getting better now. Um, yeah, it's getting better. Uh, my appetite, is still not the best. But like I said, hey, big back over here. Shit, it's okay. We can afford to shed a few. It'll be great. It's all right. But I know, you have to eat to keep up your strength and all of that stuff. So my appetite, it's not the greatest. Um, y'all, I'm be honest, I just don't have no appetite. I just don't have no appetite. Um, but I'm making myself eat something. Um, yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about nothing else. I just want y'all to know what's going on with me. I wanted to come in and say good morning. Y'all pray for me. I'm going to pray for y'all. Okay. Um, and just know that I love y'all. I think about you every day. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me. Shout out to all the members. Shout out to everybody that, come through and support my channel. Think of me, pray for me, whatever it is that you do. Thank you. Just know I love you and I thank you for that. And I don't take it for granted that I cross any of y'all minds. You know what I'm saying? Right to be told I understand depression. It's one day at a time. Yep. Right. Right to be told. Yep. Yep. That's what my niece was telling me. So I think I'm gonna get off of here, guys. I'm good, but I wanted to let you guys know really what's been going on with me. Just know that I'm thinking of you guys. Um, I haven't. I tried to come through, and support, y'all that be on, especially if y'all be live or something like that. But y'all, I haven't even really been watching YouTube or nothing. I just, hey Gemini 64, good morning. Good morning. We all love you and stay strong. Blessings to you. Thank you. I love y'all too. I really, really do. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. My thing slid. I love y'all too, and thank y'all. Um, let's see. To you, God first. Right. Thank you, Gemini. So that's what's going on with your girl. Keep me in prayer, y'all. Um, got a lot of good things going on. Um, looking forward to a lot of good things. I'll definitely be keeping you guys updated. Hey, Peter Panel Killer, what's up, baby? Good morning. Good morning. I will definitely keep you guys updated. Um, maybe this is something, y'all, I feel better even just coming on here talking with you guys. So maybe where I normally would shut everything out and shut people out, maybe this is a new way that God is giving me to deal with it, is to come out here and talk about it. Because I definitely feel better that I did come on and do a video. And just hearing the little words of encouragement from you guys that you've shared. Thank you. Thank you. Because that's one thing about depression. Sometimes it'll make you feel like you're by yourself. Nobody else goes through this. You're by yourself. And it's good. Not that you want to notice somebody else is going through anything like depression. But it's good to know that, you know what, depression, again, you're a fucking liar. Because there's other people that's fighting you too, and you're not winning with them and you're not going to win with me. I'm not going to give in like that. I'm going to continue to try to push past this. So, got a couple of things I'm going to do around the house today. And hopefully I could just come in and watch some of y'all videos, play catch up. And yeah, I love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you for everything. Pray for me. I'll pray for y'all. Yeah. Remember, pour into them that pour into you. Pray for that. Pray for them. Pray for everybody. So everybody is prayed for. Welcome everybody to the Potluck Lounge. I love y'all. This video was not hopefully to make anybody feel worse. It's just that sometimes if you're going through what I'm going through, sometimes it's just good to talk to somebody and let them know. And it's okay. It's okay. You know. So let it out. Let somebody know what's going on with you. Don't hold it in, you know. So I love y'all. I let it out. I talk to y'all about it. Y'all my family. Y'all my family. outside my family. So I talk to y'all about it. And I thank y'all. I love y'all. And you guys stay strong too. And if it's anybody else that's out there going through it, we got this. Okay? I love y'all and I'll see y'all. Bye.